Happy Manic Monday, everybody. I can tell that the weather here is turning a little bit worse in our area because I can feel the barometric pressure changes in my head because of the hydrocephalus. So I can tell there's a storm front coming in. In case you're wondering who my companion is here, this is our rescue dog, Shaggy. Actually, his full name is Shaggy Tiberius Burckhardt because we're nerds and we wanted to have something that we could say to him whenever he was being a little bratty puppy, so we could yell all three names at him and tell him to stop it. So he has a full name, and he is a Russian rescue dog. We got him on Valentine's Day in 2015. So this is coming up on our, what would it be, ninth year that we've had him with us. And he is definitely our baby, yes. And he is always my little writing mascot. Every time that I sit down at the computer, he is right at my feet and just stays there the entire time that I'm writing. So I thought it was time that he got to have a little appearance. I don't take a lot of videos of him and post online because he hates it whenever you point a phone at him. It's like he knows he's being videotaped. So I thought this might be a little bit better so he wouldn't think that he was on camera so much, and so far it seems to be working. So you get a shot of him and see how cute he is. Let's see what's going on with Book Banter with Dianne Burckhardt and Burckhardt Books. First of all, I am writing more on my memoir, my medical memoir, Free Bad Haircut with Each Craniotomy. And I really want to give a shout out and thank you to the writing groups that I have joined on meetup.com, because I have found two fantastic writing groups that have been so helpful in this process as I'm trying to take my writing from a hobby to an actual profitable business. And also just getting this memoir together, because fiction has like never been a real problem for me. And I was a journalist, so I know how to write stories, factual stories about other people and other things. But I really expected writing this memoir to be more difficult than writing my fiction books. And because of the help that I'm getting and the feedback, I'm actually finding it a very easy process. And I am making some good headway on it. And I figured I would not be this far along at this point, and I'm actually making good progress. So I think my October deadline for a publication is probably going to work. So keep your fingers crossed. But the two groups that I belong to, in case you want to find them, because they are online, they do have online meetings. So if you're looking for a great group, these are two groups you should check into. If you are writing a memoir, there is a group called Memoir Mentors, and they are just absolutely fabulous. Another group is Happy Writing Munich, and that is another one that is amazing. They have so many things that they can help you with besides just writing. So be sure to check those out if you're looking for some fantastic groups to help you support you on your journey as an author. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, we are still getting together some future interviews for the Book Banter with Dianne Burckhardt podcast and for the next two issues of Book Banter Magazine. I'm probably going to have kind of a mismatch, just different author genres in this next April-May issue. But for the June-July issue, I want to have a lot of kids' books, because since all of the kids are going to be going on to summer holiday and they're going to need things to do over the summer, I want to have some kids' books for things for kids to read to keep them busy over the summer months. Plus, I also want to have a few books in there for parents, because you're going to be spending that time with the kids. If you get them reading, they can see you reading, and you would be impressed how much seeing your parents read actually affects your amount of reading. So we want to definitely get some books in the hands of parents as well. So keep watching our website, burckhartbooks.com, for more information on the podcast interviews and Book Banter Magazine issues that are going to be coming up through the spring and the summer months. I think that's just about it. We're still, got it. Okay. I have a hard time talking about this without getting teary, because it just breaks my heart. For those of you who have seen the video that I posted about the fundraiser that we're doing at Burckhardt Books and Book Banter with Dianne Burckhardt, we're trying to raise enough money for Ashley, who is a single mother with 2 young girls who live in her house with her. And their house was severely damaged in a hurricane in 2018. And due to circumstances beyond this woman's control, she had a contractor walk out on her. The insurance company isn't giving her the money to do the repairs. She has to do the repairs. She has to pay for the repairs, have them done, and then go take receipts to her insurance company and get reimbursed for it. They're not giving her money for the repairs. So she has to come up with tens of thousands of dollars to get her home repaired, and then they'll pay her back for it. Can you imagine being a single mother with 2 daughters? You're working full time, just trying to pay the bills, keep food in the house, and now you've got to come up with tens of thousands of dollars to repair your house. Now, she has received a letter from her bank that is her insurance mortgage holder. It's all in one package. That she has thousands of dollars sitting in a restricted escrow account at the bank, waiting to reimburse her for her repairs. But she has to pay for them first. So until she can get the money to pay for these repairs, they won't do anything for her. Even though they have all of that money in a restricted escrow account, just waiting for her to come in with receipts to get the money and get reimbursed, she has to come up with the money first. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Insurance should not work like this, and it pisses me off to no end that they're doing this to her. That the money is there, she just can't have it. So, yeah. And I boosted the first video that I did on this. We got more than 5,000 views. We got one $10 donation out of that. $10. If every person who had seen that video before had donated $5, she would already have a new roof. Can you believe that? $5. Every person donated $5, she would be able to get back on the road to getting her house in order. $5 doesn't even buy you a small coffee at Starbucks. $5 from each person who saw that video would have fixed her home, and her daughters would be on the road to having their house back in healthy, livable condition and getting their lives back in order so that they can move on past this event. It just makes me want to cry. Absolutely. I do not seem to know what the right thing is to do or say or post to get people to care and help. So if any of you have any suggestions, please let me know, because I am open to all kinds of suggestions. If you have ever done fundraisers and there is something that you know that I'm not doing, please tell me. Because I just keep thinking, if I was a parent and I saw this woman struggling and saw her daughters, her young daughters, living in this house without walls, with a leaking roof, that is extremely hot in the summer and extremely cold in the winter because they have to keep taking the sheetrock and the insulation out, it would break my heart. I would be thinking, oh my God, if that was me, if I had to see my daughters living in that for years, I would be heartbroken. Especially when you're struggling every day to pay the electrical bills because they've gone through the roof every time that they have to take out that insulation. Trying to buy groceries, working my butt off, and nobody helping me. It just makes me want to cry thinking about her going through all this. And she still smiles every day. She has a kind word for people. And she has not let it turn her bitter. I think that deserves help. Don't you? Happy Manic Monday.